While we're on the subject of traffic, I do want to warn you, in Greensboro, they have closed down Meadowview Road there at Randleman Road. A car hit a power pole and went into a creek. Power lines all across the road. Greensboro PD is on the scene there, helping to divert traffic. Live in Davidson County, Tom Britt, Fox 8 Morning News.
Most of us drive to and from work and school every day. Most people don't think much about it, but would more choices make a real difference for you? That's the focus of a meeting going on tomorrow in Greensboro. Brent McKinney is the executive director of PART, Piedmont Authority for Regional Transportation, joins me to talk more about it. Good morning.
Good morning, Brent.
It's being termed a summit meeting, and you got some pretty high-profile people there to talk about choices. And this is not just, you're talking national leaders here, right?
That's correct. We're very fortunate to have U.S. DOT Secretary Ray LaHood come and be our featured speaker tomorrow. And we also have representatives from other agencies like Charlotte. Carolyn Flowers will be here on a panel. David Congdon with Old Dominion Freight Lines will be here. Jim Westmoreland from NCDOT will be here. A couple of other folks, so it's a big day for us.
I started off by saying that a lot of people don't think much about it. For most people, it involves getting in the car, going to where they're going, and things like that. But we've got PART, which is a kind of not local, but it's this regional system of transportation. What are other options? I mean, if you say we want to increase options, what are things that we could maybe introduce into our communities?
Well, we have 3 urban systems here in the Triad. Winston, Greensboro, and High Point all have their urban transit systems. And along comes PART. We connect those 3 systems and as well as reach out into...
You reach out a long way to bring people from a lot of different communities.
We do. We reach out into 8 counties now surrounding the urban core, bringing people in. And it's working very well. Last year we saved folks from buying $1.2 million in fuel. That's foreign fuel that we depend upon. So we think that that's a good model and bringing some good results. Other things that the federal government is trying to do is to align the policies between transportation, the environment, and housing and urban development so we can reduce these high travel costs.
We were talking earlier, and you mentioned one thing about how housing and transportation kind of work together.
A great example, and maybe this might clarify some of the things that our U.S. agencies are looking at. A young couple just recently looked to purchase a home and found something that they liked. It was close to downtown, one of our cities, and it was priced at $240,000. It exceeded their capability to make payments under the current guidelines. So they moved 15 miles out. They go 15 miles out, they find a new 3-bedroom home at $170,000 and they qualify. But now they have to travel. They have to drive and purchase fuel and wear and tear on their automobile. So if we were to align our policies, maybe we could shift a little bit of that income into the home equity, and have less of our money going to purchase that fuel and for our travel costs.
And you're talking less fuel that you're buying from other countries, you're talking less pollution, a little cleaner air. There's a lot of different benefits to doing something like that. But you've got to change not only the way governments operate, you've got to change the way people operate too.
Absolutely. You're right. We currently started on a trip and we think, do I have enough fuel and how long is it going to take me to get there? We don't think about these other options. The example that I gave, Brad, doesn't mean that folks have to move closer into town. Perhaps we need to be providing more transit and make it available to more of our rural citizens as well. Right now we rely on that single occupied vehicle. Perhaps we need to explore other options for our folks as well. And I'm sure that Secretary LaHood is going to be promoting those concepts and talking to us and sharing some ideas of what's happening in other parts of the country.
Brent, thank you very much for coming in. Appreciate it. Interesting, and as we said, this is taking place tomorrow in Greensboro. Meanwhile, if you want to learn more about PART, that might be an option for you. As we said, reaches all these different counties surrounding the Triad. Check out their website, partnc.org.
In your news now, Tiger Woods is playing in the Quail Hollow Championship in Charlotte this week, and it didn't just perk up people's attention, it also perking up business for the golf course. Once the word got out, tickets sold out. The tournament director says it came as a surprise. He said he thought it was going to be a tough year for the tournament, but now, thanks to Tiger's hype, the tournament is in great economic shape. American Idol has gone country. Tonight, the top 6 will get a visit from country queen Shania Twain. Anita Vogel shows us how they're getting ready.
Why did you wear a guitar for you?
Shania Twain returns to Idol this week, mentoring the top 6 and giving them the keys to her country catalog.
'Cause I'm keeping you forever and for always. Shania was one of our best guest judges on the road. She was with us out there, and you could see the contestants were almost in awe, and they had so much respect for her. So to have her songs be the theme, and have her as a mentor, I expect big things and some fun things this week.
After taking on everything from Elvis to R&B, country is a whole new thing, but these finalists think they can get a handle on it.
Well, I think you've got to really, really be honest with the song. You've got to find a place in your life where that song applies. And the rest takes care of itself, you know. Honesty is the key.
Country is just a genre of music, but all music is pretty much the same, just a different style. So, you know, we pretty much just have to do the same thing we're doing and put our own style to the songs we're singing.
You know, sunshine when she's gone.
2 of the top 6 auditioned when Shania was at the table in Chicago, and it stuck with them.
She put me through and everything. It was cool, and then to see her again, she remembered. Obviously, she went back and looked at the tapes, and she knew a little bit about everybody. So I remember her saying, it's important to you guys, so it's important to me. So it was cool to hear her say that, and it was just a good time.
I signed my guitar in Chicago, so it was cool. It was cool to see her again, and I love country music.
With just a few weeks left, every vote counts, so get ready to make your voice heard when Idol goes country Tuesday night. In Hollywood, Anita Vogel, Fox News.
American Idol kicks off tonight on Fox 8.